Welcome to our ranch here, Gunfire. Welcome, everyone. Hey, welcome to where we like to come. Kick back, relax, talk about our air guns. We're safe. Talk about whatever. We're safe. Talk about God. We use sometimes, if you wish, if you choose. This could be your show. You're the guest. The viewer can be the guest on this show. So, Mystic, my friend, Mystic 2222. Things are looking up today. No CPU overload. Great, buddy. You jumped in real quick. I seen that. How you doing, my friend? My audio 5x5? Or is it too low today? I think I got the settings right. What do you think about the kind of exploded view on me that zoomed in? Does that look a little better than that big old blank wall behind me? Big old picture of my head. Good, 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 good. It's what I want here. Mystics 22222. You want to try to pop on in? You want to be a guest again? Because you were, as you said, yeah. Our show was the first one you appeared on. I can throw you the link. We can sit and chat up and try to do that. I don't know if you want to try to do that. You think that'd be too much on that CPU? Let's go. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here today. We are going to get this link up. Oh, okay. Come on, Brian. Come on, Brian. There. Okay. Copy. Copy paste. Paste that. And send that. And voila. There we go. There's your link, my friend. And we'll just wait a few minutes. Or maybe not even that. I'd say maybe 15 seconds before we have our friend Mystic appear in. And get me something in the background here. So to everybody else, welcome again to our ranch, Good Fun. And everyone, do us a favor here. Smash that like button. Become part of the family. Be a subscriber to our Ranch Air Gun Fun channel, YouTube. And we go over all kinds of things. Shoot the hot off. Vader, Benjamin, Kratos. Uh, that's what I love shit most. Well, it shouldn't be long before now. We have our friend DJ come in. DG Outdoor from YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. My man. My boy is good. He's knowledgeable about his air guns and bows. He likes his hunting. He likes his squirrel. Don't you, boy? Ah, my boy. Waiting on camera. All right, we're just hanging for a few minutes. We're waiting on our first guest, Mystic 222. Yeah, today I would like to go ahead and talk about a little bit air gun things. I'm gonna be selling my flashwood here, getting rid of that. I think my next one gonna be that Gauntlet 30. That'd be a good investment, I think, for a beginning big bore 30 cal 357. If I want to do that 357, I'd like to go Bulldog, that Benjamin Bulldog, or no, actually, I'm going to go Seneca. I go 409. But I gotta get myself into at least some kind of big bore once I'm healed. Must be healed. Is that link still working? Trying to work on that link, or are you waiting on your camera? I'm trying to understand. Your camera's not working on your computer. You got an external one? No external camera? But anyhow, I got this clip here I want to play on the Gauntlet 2. Another gun that's really catching my eye. So, with no further ado, this is the Gauntlet 2. The air cylinder holds much more high-pressure air. Left-handed trigger finger. My great friend. How are you today? Welcome to RH. You're always welcome, my friend. Which means more accuracy at longer range and more energy on impact. All this big power production from the Gauntlet 2 makes it capable of sending heavy ammo. And the power is complemented by its attractive, newly designed, adjustable, precision. Mystique says he's on a laptop only. Oh, okay. Internal camera, but it's not the camera, it's the software hug up somewhere. Still no overload. Well, maybe try restarting your camera. Shut it off from the computer and restarting it manually. I don't know. You can't do that. It's internal. I mean, what I mean is, yes, close out the app and reopen the app. I don't know if you tried that. Yeah, that Gauntlet 30. You know what, left-handed? You're right. It's a beast. It's not more than it's more than nice. But you know what's a beast is that Benjamin 1220 gauge. I don't know.
shots per fill. Don't miss out on your opportunity to run the gauntlet. Get your order in for the new Enolex Gauntlet.
Hey, okay, Mystic.
Hi everyone.
Man, I'm sorry you're having so many problems. Don't understand what maybe because we're so. I don't know if it's the distance. It shouldn't be distant. But anyway,
it features
here we go.
tactical-looking synthetic stock with a large pistol grip, which is great for target acquisition and ergonomics.
That's a different rifle. But yeah, I tell you, that gauntlet is one incredible rifle. And I can't wait to shoot one. I've been watching it for some time. So what guns you got that red dot on left-handed trigger? So Mystic and left-handed trigger. Here once again. Okay. Here is that link. So it's fresh and new. Not that it would make any difference. Okay, well, let's go ahead and look at why is that. Okay, that's that. I tried putting it on a brake barrel, but the mount is not compatible. Oh, yeah, it's mostly for a fixed barrel rifle, man. I believe is well, pick it. Put it this way, no, not dovetail, and you can't put it to a dovetail. You got your mount. It's the mount Picatinny. I understand. I understand. Well, you get one. You find something, my friend. The brake barrel is that all you have, right? Do you have you no? You have a PCP, don't you? Do you have the Avenger 25 cal Avenger? Yeah, yeah. We lost Mystic. He'll be back though. Did you have a good Monday, left-handed? I figured it out. I have PCPs too and break barrels. Cool, cool, cool. Well, I'm happy you have it, man. It's a good red dot. You know, I had it on the 6 hour. I had it on most all. I had it on the uh, Eagle Claw. Yeah, I actually put it on the Eagle Claw. There's Mystic trying to come in. We can add him.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mystic.
Huh.
How
All
are you?
right. I'm pretty good. The computer's a little lame, but I'm pretty good.
Oh, good, good,
The
good. For the
Yeah, I
sake of
left.
time, for this, so this is number two that you're here on the show, live anyway, trying to be, or is it
Let me
how
see
many
if I
times?
can. Hang on a second. I'm going to try to block this other tab because that's where our echo comes in.
Good Monday, left-handed. Oh, we got that recorded echo. Okay,
Okay, can you still hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Now we need to see if the echo went away because I closed the YouTube tab.
Well, maybe let me try this. How's my audio now?
You're perfect, and I'm not hearing any echo. I think I may have blocked that echo by deleting the tab from YouTube.
Okay, I have maybe a eighth of a second delay.
Oh, it's a lot more than that. It's like 20 seconds. It's almost as bad as the text.
It's, right, really.
Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
working on another little problem here, but I'll be done in this shortly. Not
Oh,
really a problem. It's
okay.
just something I have to do every time I boot up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Safeguards.
No, it's not that. Actually, I have to drop the safeguard, the virtual private network, in order to cancel that echo. No, the problem is the Bluetooth speakers wanting to disconnect. So, because you drop out, I can see your lips moving, but you drop out because the speakers take too long to come up. Okay, so now everything should be good.
Yeah, sounds like a sync problem.
A sync problem?
A sync, things syncing together, the
Yeah, I
audio
know
and
what
the
you mean.
video, and
I know what you mean. I'm just not seeing or hearing it right now.
oh,
Everything looks good at my end.
okay. I'm good on my end, other than your video is not here.
No, I left that off because I don't really need it.
Yeah, no. Okay. So what's on your mind right now? What's up to with you? This is today is you're the guest. This is the show. The show is your show.
Okay.
You
Well, I got a couple
you're
of.
a view the
I got a
viewer
couple.
become the viewer becomes the guest on this show.
Okay. Well, I got a couple little items.
Okay.
A while back, you were complaining about an itch behind your ear, and it was here. I've had that lots of times, and it's caused by the arm ends of your glasses being pressed against the skin for long periods of time,
Sure.
reducing the skin blood flow,
Sure.
and it
Yeah.
harbors some non-aerobic bacteria. It's not usually bad enough to notice when you're absent-mindedly rub it, but the added pressure of your headphones is what makes it a lot worse. So the way I deal
I
with it is I rub hand sanitizer onto it, and then I set my eyeglass arms a little higher than normal. And then I also readjust the headset every 10 minutes or so just to let the warm, moist air out because that makes the inside of the ears itch.
good idea. All
It would
right.
be nice if
All
they
right.
ventilated your headphones, but then headphones, the
right?
ear cover headphones are usually to block out outside noise, and so it's kind of hard to ventilate without also letting the inside noise in.
Yeah, but they do heat the air up.
Yeah. Well, it's the moisture that gets you because it harbors mold and yeast and all kinds of things. Melts the earwax and makes it flow.
Oh, yeah, but the body's immune. Unless you have a weak one, body's
Hmm.
natural immune system just takes care of all those little critters all over you.
Yeah, and then plus the ears are also one of the ways that your body gets rid of excess heat. When you cover them, it can get uncomfortable.
This is true. But I got
Yeah,
a
that's
big
what
old ass nose.
that's 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 why a lot of
Here's my
warm blooded.
there's my major heat sink right here.
Yeah, well, that's why a lot of animals that developed around the equator, like Chihuahuas, have really big ears, big long ears to get rid of that extra heat.
When I was
And one
born,
more.
I was just one big head with all these big old ears.
Uh,
I swear to God,
and then the rest grew into them.
I look like a, I did. I look like a freaking alien. Little gray guys.
Yeah,
And
or
that's why
a
I don't know.
cartoon.
It's weird because I've always thought babies do. They look like grays.
Uh, yeah. Well, I can neither
The heat
confirm nor
escapes from the
deny that the
bald
Palladian
head
Galactic
too.
Inquirer has been publishing grainy,
Yeah.
controversial photos of me.
Yep. The heat escapes from the bald head too. Yep. Very true, left-handed.
So now I have noticed
Hey,
something recently, new and increasing
oh,
information. I'm picking up a new pattern. And believe it or not,
what?
we've known for at least 2 years now that two different dewormers have been showing miraculous effectiveness in animals and humans against cancer.
Well,
There's a lot of
uh,
talk about ivermectin versus the
yeah,
coronavirus. But for
true.
those in the chat who are undergoing, or in the viewers who are undergoing chemo and other treatments, both ivermectin and fenbendazole have been anecdotally put untreatable cancer into complete remission within a few. And since they're both non
Wow.
toxic to healthy cells, there's no apparent risk to trying them. Unlike vitamin and mineral supplements, they don't counteract your concurrent chemo treatments. There's no reason not to try it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, if you were out there and you're on chemo and you're having to go through those kind of treatments for whatever kind of ailment is got you, might as well
Yeah,
give it a try.
the strange pattern I noticed is that the medicines that you use for getting rid of parasites is also good against cancer, and I have
Yes,
to wonder why. What's
that
in
is
common with
interesting.
that? Hmm.
Left-handed also thinks it's interesting.
Yeah, well, we want to get the word out.
I mean that ivermectin is what oh yeah, it's the horse one, right?
Well, it's all animals. Okay, you get it from your vet or from the health or from the pet store to deworm your dog for heartworm.
Okay, just a general animal dewormer.
Yeah, well, but that's just in the US, okay? It's actually been used all over the world. The way they discovered that ivermectin works against the coronavirus is because there's a long stretch of river valley in Africa where people for who knows how long have been literally eaten alive by these worms in the river. And so
Wow.
every year,
Wow.
I mean, in the last years, they've been saved by these dewormers. And the thing that they noticed was that all the villages around them were getting the corona, and this was the only these were the only villages up and down this river that absolutely had zero coronavirus. And the only thing that was different was the fact that they were taking ivermectin river worms.
Hmm.
So then they
You know,
expanded the investigation in Africa, and then it wasn't very long before those countries were mandating ivermectin. instead of the RMA uh, injection. And Africa is completely free of coronavirus. I will say for my own practical experience, okay, I have several morbidities that I've been working with the doctor.
Like,
We recently had a
what was that word? What was that? Comor
comorbidities, comorbidities,
Cobo.
that morbidities.
Okay.
Morbid means, really depressing, and co
Okay.
means with. So my
Okay.
immune system has been depressed by other health issues that doctors have not been able to figure out.
Sure. 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 I understand now.
Now, about a month ago, we had a major breakthrough and discovered it had something to do with my testosterone level. There was a long negotiation where I convinced the doctor to at least try a small amount. What I really wanted was just to rebuild all the muscle that I lost over the last several years. I went from being really bulked out to being
No.
very little left of me, and looking almost like a Somali.
Huh.
And he was so shocked when I took my shirt off that he finally agreed to give me just a little bit of this testosterone. Well, apparently it wasn't just the testosterone. There's something else going on,
No.
because it lifted me just from just below average for a 66-year-old to just above. But it totally cured me. Within 2 days, my strength doubled. By the third day, it had tripled.
Hmm.
The
That's
dizziness went
that's
away. A lot of problems went away.
that's
Suddenly, I could
very
walk up.
interesting. That's very interesting.
Yeah, suddenly I could walk the eighth of a mile up from the mailbox uphill and not even be
Uh,
breathing hard. So we got rid of that. But before that, about 2 months before that, the whole household had come down with COVID-19, and
well,
nobody bothered to come out and tell me for days. So I'm laying. I'm not
okay.
saying I was dying. I know what dying is because I've been there several times. A pretty darn good fight. I'm
Wow.
really hard. I'm really hard to kill. But I
Yeah.
wasn't doing anything else either. And in fact, I was in a bit of a trouble because I'd run out of water. I was getting dehydrated when my roommate finally came in to check on me, and he brought some water. But it was 10 days before one of the girls came in and told me, oh, yeah, we tested positive for COVID and the whole household has it. And, we're all having a hard
Oh
time.
my gosh. Shoot.
So it took me half an hour to
Hey,
crawl out of
Mystic.
bed. Huh?
Hey, Mystic. Mystic.
Yeah.
1 second, real quick. I just want
Sure. Okay.
to. I want to do this because
Go
left-handed
ahead.
trigger finger. He is important here too, and he's decided to pop into the live chat,
Go ahead.
the video chat, and I would like to introduce left-handed trigger finger.
Yeah.
Oh, he just popped out.
Well, he may be trying. Maybe he's
I
having the same
was I
problem I
was
had.
allowing you to finish your conversation, your sentence, and introduced him, and then he just popped out. Left-handed trigger
That's
finger. I
okay.
did not mean to make you feel dismissed in any way. My apologies, my
I
sir,
don't.
my man.
I don't think it's that. I think it's just he's having trouble logging in like I did. Just give him time; he'll come back.
Well, you are welcome here, left-handed trigger. You're welcome here in any form in the chat, or if you decide to come live. I seen you. I was just allowing Mystic to finish his sentence and his story and introduce you. So if you'd like to come back, you're more than welcome. I'm trying,
Oh
guys.
yeah, see, he is
Okay,
trying.
I see.
Just just give it
So,
time,
Mystic,
and
you
yeah.
go ahead, Mystic, with your
I'll,
story, and
okay,
we'll wait for left-handed
I'll wrap
to pop
I'll
in.
wrap this up. I'll wrap this up pretty quick, but yeah, let
Well,
him come
you go
on,
ahead.
and I'll be done by the time he's done. Anyway, so um, it took as much effort to crawl out of bed and reach my ivermectin as I once used willpower to raise wheels of a sports car off the pavement. But
Yeah.
once I got within 12 hours, I was feeling a lot better. 24 hours later, I was able to get up and walk around and take care of myself. And
Wow.
by the second day, within 24 hours, I was practically cured. And that was ivermectin. My personal
Well,
witness.
God bless
If they had just
ivermectin
told me,
then.
if they just told me a week earlier, I wouldn't have had to go through all
Right,
that
right,
and
right.
lose a week of good work. That was it. That's pretty much
Mm-hmm.
what I wanted to say.
Well, thank God. Thank God for it. Thank God you're alive. You
Yeah.
know, because
Oh, I was going to make it.
we're
I within 3 or 4 more days, I would have beat it. But you know what? I have natural
yeah.
immunity now. My immune system's got its exercised.
It's my spine. See, my Achilles has become entirely what's drove me now back into a wheelchair is entirely my spine.
Yeah, I understand. There's
I
nothing worse than the back.
the disc all up and down the mid part of my neck and my middle back are degenerating. The discs in the L4 and L5, both discs are ripped in two,
Mm,
bulging. Both discs are bulging together. It's like I can barely stand. Yeah, so
I understand.
yeah,
That's what
it's
drove
weird.
Art Bell off the air.
You know, yeah, is it?
Yeah. Let me give you a couple quick suggestions. One is um, take 1,000 milligrams of L-lysine twice a day.
Mm.
You might want to
I'm
write it
on
down.
so many. I'm on so many different medications. I'm
This is
not gonna
not
take anything
medication.
else.
This
I
is
don't
not
care what it is.
medication.
Well, Mister, yeah, you won't convince me. It doesn't matter to even try. Because I don't care what it is. I'm not taking anything else.
Well,
And I'm
it's a
I'm
new.
a straight man. You don't even have to try. You can try for anybody else, but I'm a man that hey, when I say it, I'm not taking it. So
It's a. It's a nutrient that your body needs to rebuild tissue.
yeah, I'm taking that. Oh, forgive me. Hello. So, anybody do any shooting today? What was your day like? What was your day like, Mister?
What's that?
What was your day like? You're coming in nice and clear.
So are you. Probably helps that I don't have a video tying up bandwidth.
Yes, yes. The video, not there not being any video, just opens the bandwidth pretty much 5 by 5.
Yeah. By the way, that's a phrase that I'm not familiar with. I've heard it a lot in the last month, but I really don't know exactly what it means. Do you know where it comes from?
Well, military.
5 by 5,
It's, it's
military.
5 by 5. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all clear.
Oh, okay.
Everything
Well,
all good. All clear,
I
all
gathered
good.
from
You know,
I gathered from the context that it means it's all good. But I
4K
was just
4K HD.
yeah, I was just wondering, how it came into being. I served the
Yeah,
military. I didn't serve in the military.
yeah, yeah. You served in the military. You served the military.
That's right.
So,
I
so you
provided their
you were
tools.
you were in a contracted position.
Exactly. Hi, Mamie.
May 98, sister, my sister in Christ. How are you? It's such a pleasure every time you come in. It's like
Left-handed.
you know, there's people in this world. I've DG Outdoors. How are you, my friend? me get you a fresh link.
Did you notice at the end of that link that you're sending that it says um, camera mirror equals true?
Yeah.
That's the reason why everything looks backwards on the screen.
Well, I no, I my my camera is mirrored. And ladies and gentlemen,
There we go.
boys and girls,
Hi, DG.
everyone everywhere, everyone everywhere. This is DG Outdoors channel. Welcome
Hello.
to our ranch, Airgun Fun channel.
Hi.
Fine, scoot over.
Well,
Hello.
May was gonna lay down, but she's like, I want to join now. So here you go.
Yeah, because
Loud,
pretty much gonna get
left-handed trigger finger. You're right. You're right, Mystic. Left-handed trigger finger got it right. It's loud and clear. 5x5 means
Awesome.
loud and clear.
Hey, left-handed. So the 1994 Dart Mustang that I bought is a left-handed bow, and I didn't know it. It wasn't described on there, but I can still
Not me.
draw it the same exact way I draw my other one and shoot it. It's just different. It's just backwards or whatever. I went to load an arrow like this, and I was like, "Wait, I got to go in this way because it was the opposite side of the bow."
Oh
But,
Just don't
no.
turn it around the other way.
Oops.
right.
it.
Keep the
I'll never
pointy, sharp
understand
I have
these
no
end
idea.
people
going
that
down
Self-fire.
field.
Hold on,
it
guys.
is cool that we can hear his audio. That's neat.
It's cool that we can say things in more than one sentence.
Is this what God sounds like when he's in your ear? Are you my conscience?
You are my brother.
DG, I am your
It's
father.
mystic. You hear nothing?
I am not your father.
Luke, I am your father.
And we're linked to we're linked to Christ.
Right.
There was a
Uh,
comedian with a very
that's
deep voice who was sitting on an airplane, and the guy sitting in the
Wow.
seat in front of him said, "Oh God," and he said, "My son."
has anybody has anybody ever done any study on an outer body experience?
Well,
No?
I've read all about it, and I know how to do it, but I
You're-
wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
There's supposed to be a linked golden string to everything in the outer body experience realm. This is what I've read in several different books on out of body
Yes,
experience.
or a silver cord.
It's called astral traveling. It's called
Yeah,
astral planning. It's called out of body experience
it's called
OBE.
going the ultimate out on a limb.
If you get cut off, you die. Yes,
I've heard of people
that
like
string that gets
I heard a
cut. You
movie
know, you
about
could
that.
get you could get lost. You could get lost in like what's a, almost a quantum realm, and you spend eternity traveling instantaneously through different realms and times, and it's a bizarre thing. I
Yeah,
was
but that's also what we've been promised when we get our glorified body, is being able to do that.
oh, you are that.
all
You
things will
don't
become
No,
new
I'm
when you
saying
become a new
you
creature.
don't get to
as
just experience it. You don't get to just experience it. You are that.
Sleep
That link.
paralysis, is that like sleepwalking or something?
No, pretty
it's the
much
opposite
like
of
you're asleep,
sleepwalking.
but you're. I think it's like. Let me see if I got this right. It's like you're asleep, but then like your dream self sees you sleeping, and then there's something like kind of beside you. Okay.
No, it's actually
Left-handed
when you wake up and you still can't move.
No.
There's a circuit
left-handed
in the
asked
brain that's
this question. Anybody ever had sleep paralysis? I've had sleep night terrors, not paralysis, but terrors,
You
where
guys
I
know that
actually
one moment where you're just almost asleep but you're still awake. So everything just feels like weird. You know what I'm talking about?
w-
Like you're
my
awake but
biggest
you're not
problem
awake.
is if I fall
with
asleep,
enough
I literally have a
with enough
sensation of falling when it wakes me up.
Yeah, that scares me. I've had that like
I have to.
yeah, it feels like you're falling off a really long cliff.
and then you go
Yeah.
wham at the bottom, even though you haven't moved.
Or you have dreams that just feel so real. It's
Well,
crazy.
I
Like you can
haven't.
feel the wind blow and the heat and whatever else is going on in your dream.
If I deep
That's
meditate,
called a
if I
vivid
deep med,
dream.
Hmm.
if I'm in that, you're just getting tired state, and you go into a meditation of some sort, and wear yourself brain down to what let your brain wind down. Because I imagine sitting on a big flat rock in the middle of a raging river.
Hmm.
That's what I imagine. And I'm in the middle of a raging river, and there's forests on both sides of me, and bears and
I see
whatever
everything.
trying to catch bears hunting for salmon or whatever. Me.
That's just what I did in real life.
Well, if
uh,
you can't do it in real life. Meditating it, I guess kind of the second best thing. I know it's a mind f, but
if something is really, really bothering me, then I end up having a dream about, like, if a certain person at work is bothering me, then I'll have this really weird, bizarre dream about that person or something. Like it happens all the
yeah, yeah,
time. And it could be something that it may not know that's actually bothering me, but in my mind, because your brain files all that stuff from the night before, which is why you have
sure,
your dreams. You
sure.
know.
This is a repeating dream,
No, 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 no,
recurring.
no. It's like the last time I had a situation with somebody at work, it could have been really, really bad, and then I ended up having a dream about that person in that situation that I didn't want to be in to begin with. But I always wake up and tell her
Yeah,
all the
because
weird
See
dreams I
that
had
that
anyway.
that kind
because
of
your
thing.
subconscious is still trying to solve the problem.
Right, right.
My
I was just trying to
subconscious,
discern whether it could have been prophetic.
my
Yeah.
subconscious will throw those people into those situations, those dreams into other dreams.
Mhm.
What is that? I wonder what that is.
I just know your
Dream
brain files everything when you sleep, so it's always going through.
dreaming in general is very peculiar to me.
But then I get
Well,
mad when I have
dreaming
a really cool dream and I go to
Peculiar.
tell somebody and I can't remember it. That good
Yes,
dreaming is
feeling.
that
basically a
is
time when you're schizophrenic because your brain is flushing out excess neurotransmitters and toxins, so you become schizophrenic for a bit. And that's actually what a schizophrenic is someone who is dreaming while they're awake.
Hmm.
well, no. Well, okay. Y- Mystic, yes and no. Yes and no. Okay, I agree with you, but I agree to disagree. If you've ever heard of that.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
good with that.
Left-handed says, "I used to get it all the time. You're paralyzed, and they're a demon or something is wearing black walking around, dude.
There's that's
Something
called being
that's called being followed,
yeah, there's a very old name for that. It's called being by
tracked.
the okay, now I got a block on it, but it's basically you're being ridden on by a witch is what they call it. Hag, being ridden by the hag.
A hag.
You guys ever seen
Yeah,
that movie, The Crucible, from like the 90s? About
I read the
Salem and
book.
the witch trials and all that stuff. You
I
know how
read the
many
book.
That
people, innocent
that was
people were
messed up.
hung because they thought that they were being
That was
witches?
messed
I'm just
up.
turning it into a
Oh my
different too.
god.
Dude, it's crazy. Like the way, oh, you do this certain thing, so now you're a witch, so we're gonna hang you. You know what I'm saying?
We
Like it
actually
Right,
was
have
that
a
right,
lot
simple.
of
right.
information on that. We actually have new information on that, relatively
I mean,
speaking. What was happening was okay. Um, they were growing rye to make bread, and rye is susceptible to a particular fungus that is hallucinogenic and it makes you schizophrenic, makes you
yeah,
hallucinate
yeah, and they're
Hmm.
tripping
and
out.
delusional.
They're having
Yeah,
bad trips.
yes.
Right.
And then of course there are those that take advantage of those things. The what do you call it? The arch
Diocese.
priest, the archpriest
Right.
of the American Church of Satan. I can almost remember his name. He said that there were indeed witches in Salem.
Bingo,
They were
Oh,
bingo,
I
they were
bingo,
guarantee
very
they
bingo,
were, but
bingo.
reputable.
they were looking for every excuse to hang somebody because the church and the elders of the community were trying to keep everything calm, and they couldn't. So,
Well, there was
I
more
mean, I
to it than
guarantee
that.
there were witches there,
There
actual
was more
witches.
to it than that because
Right.
the this head witch
I
was in a
think that
position
there
to
was a,
know that
but
the witches
it
were
turned into something. It turned into something that ended up being a cover up after cover up after cover up. So deep now that even in our history, we don't. What you guys are discussing, there's details of those details that are deeper into something of why it really happened.
those are the details I'm trying to explain right now because
Go ahead.
we have
Go ahead,
inside
Mystic.
information on it. Yeah, we have inside information on that. The high priest of the Church of Satan of America said that yes, they know that there were witches there, and they were the ones wearing the black robes behind the bench. They were the judges. And what we know now about how the world is run, that's exactly where you find them, still to this day. And all the things we were warned about how the horrible things about witch hunts, turns out uh, those witch hunts were happening for a reason.
They were terrible times. There was a
Yes,
terrible, terrible, terrible time. So
yeah. So they took
anyway, so
advantage of this
when
problem.
you're gonna take that hang out there and yeah, it's too cold right now, huh? Go out there and try to shoot that bow.
Yeah, I wanted to today, but it started raining.
Oh
I
shoot.
did a review on it inside. I got it all set up and ready
I
to
seen
shoot.
it. I seen it, my
And
friend. I seen
a
it
lot of the
already.
stuff that was rusty, I just because I can't get it off there because it's got a magnesium riser in it. It'll like
Yeah,
lock
yeah.
itself on there. I
It's all
just painted it all
oxidized.
black. I got black
It's all,
paint, just painted everything.
dude. All you have. Listen. Do you have WD-40?
Oh well, that's all right.
Listen.
Yeah.
I painted everything black. I'll try it out the way it is. If I don't like it, I'll try to take it off.
The
It's
biggest
shootable.
the biggest
It's just high oxidation.
Yeah, it's a
yeah,
27-year-old bow. So I mean,
That's
heck.
sure. There's gonna
oil's the
be.
solution to that. That's why they
There's
make
gonna be.
oil-based paints. No,
Yeah.
actually the biggest problem is shooting accurately because you have to shoot between the raindrops.
Shoot
I think
between
it
the
was
raindrops.
MythBusters I watched where they did a study on if you get more wet running in the rain or walking in the rain, and I think it was running
Walking
in the
in the
rain that got
rain.
more wet. I can't remember exactly, but I
Do,
think it
do,
was
do, do,
running, which you
do.
would think it'd be the opposite,
What's that?
but
I'm singing
Who
in the
sang it?
rain.
Sinatra.
I'm singing in the
Sinatra's
rain.
That's what it reminded me of.
singing in the rain. Yes,
he's with one of
that's
his. That's why I keep hearing a little voice.
Grandkid.
Yeah, yeah.
Interestingly enough, I found that when I drove my 62 Fairlane more than 70 miles an hour, I had no rain on the windshield, no matter how hard it was pouring, without the
Do you
Hmm.
know
windshield,
why?
without the wipers,
Do you know
The
why?
aerodynamics pushing it up over the.
because
Do you
the
know
air would
why?
hit the hood and it would be forced up over the
The
glass
water,
so fast.
yes, yes, the water hits it. The drop, the raindrop hits the wind
Trajectory
gla-
of the rain.
the shield, the glass
Yeah,
bounces back so fast
we're
No,
at.
it didn't even hit the
that
glass.
it's
The
that
rising wind kept the raindrops off the glass.
Yeah.
it's
It
pretty
didn't
much
even hit.
obliterating the water molecules on the way back up.
Yeah.
So as it's bouncing back up from the glass from the windshield,
No, they never even hit the
it's
windshield.
it's
The air was blowing up against the rain so hard that
yes, yeah, it doesn't even
the
hit the
rain
windshield. It's
the rain that was
abolished.
the rain that was in the wind or in the air hit the hood and stuck there, and the remaining air went up over the windshield and kept the rain from even reaching the windshield. It was very strange.
Mm,
You
Of course,
guys
and then
want to
you have
hear a demon story that happened to me in my life?
mm.
Okay.
So last January, Chris,
A
yeah, Chris
demon?
and
You have you have a demon story?
I do. So we both had COVID, and I was at my house all by myself, and it was dark. But I had been reading the Bible, like we'd call each other on the phone and read the Bible.
Sure.
And I remember it was already dark in the room because I had blankets over my windows and stuff like that, whatever. But it got like super dark all of a sudden, like dark, dark. And then I could see this black shadow going from one side of the room to the other on the ceiling.
What'd
And
you
it
do?
was one of the, it was creepy.
Hydroplane. Hydroplaning. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hydroplane's scary. I've hydroplaned so many times in a car.
That's why you got to keep your tires aired up.
But
Yeah.
good thing when you hydroplane, it's almost like controlling a hovercraft.
It is
It's,
actually literally
yeah.
true. You actually are skating on the top of the water, and it's
Yeah,
spelled
yeah.
Plane.
Help! Stop picking out all
Yeah.
the M&Ms.
So, yeah, I'm not going to go into any great
I want
detail, but
M&M's.
my first contact with demons was when I was 3 years old, and it was violent and physical, and my wrist hurt all the way into the next day, being slammed against the wall.
So it was like
Mm.
that scene from The Sixth Sense in the closet.
So what? So tell me. Left hand shaker figures laughing his head off. Well, battling demons can. I don't know. I've done it on and off my entire life. Is battling my own demons.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what the f they are or who they are or if they are a he or who or
Or if they're
whatever.
one or many in the same person, like I
You
am.
know, Hollywood depiction of a demon. We all know what the f that is. Shit.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying what the Bible says. You
But
can have
Yeah,
thousands of demons in one person, right? They don't like
no,
pigs.
2000.
yeah.
It
Go
was
buy a farm,
2000.
cast them all out.
Yep. And you
It's
know
in the
what got
Bible.
everybody upset was the fact that it was destroyed the local economy by white, because that was that was a non-Jewish community, and of course, the Jews don't eat pigs, so this was outside
No,
and that was their economy,
not clean.
was raising kids for everybody else. Wiped out the whole community because they lost all those
They went
pigs.
and drowned in the water. Yep.
Yeah.
I like ham. I wouldn't give ham up for anything.
Mm.
Ham?
Bacon, ham, sausage links.
Of course,
You ain't
sure.
talking much,
My
babe. You got
big
anything to
one.
say?
No.
No.
No,
You ever had a demon? You ever
a
seen a demon?
demon.
No. Good, don't. They're scary.
I
If I,
once
you
and
know,
The
I've,
Conjuring. Yeah.
if I've faced demons, I've faced them in the rebuking of them to Jesus Christ. 'Cause I've rebuked demons in myself, and I've seen demons in others, and I've rebuked it, and uh, it helps with my own. So I give it up. You give it up, and it come. You know, you get that anxiety and that ill feeling inside that the demon will cause in you, the confusion, the you know what I'm talking about
Satan's
Yeah.
when
Well,
good about
demons
Satan's
try
good
to
about
break you down.
throwing. Yeah.
Demons try to break you down. They try to
that's
Well,
what they were
break you
trying to do
Satan's
down
really good
to
about
me. They were
throwing your
trying to break
past
me.
back in your face. Like I deal with things every day, and it's just
uh,
like I've changed myself. I don't want to be that person anymore. But every day you get reminded of mistakes you've made or whatever. It's just
see,
Keeps
part
you
of it.
honest.
I
Hmm.
The flip side of that is that it definitely makes you decide which side you're on. And it was
yeah.
one of the factors that kept my mind wide open, even as I developed as a scientist. I knew that there was a lot more to than what I was learning as that
Yeah.
there was another side to it. And then later in years, I
How
finally
was
got the
that?
answers to my questions in learning about quantum field and quantum effects.
Hmm.
Then I started to realize where the supernatural phenomena will actually fit in on that. So my mind never closed to the fact that there is a supernatural side, and I couldn't put
Oh,
that
most
memory
definitely.
out, especially.
Most definitely.
The signs are everywhere. I don't believe in carbon dating like they talk about. The Earth. I've learned this. The Earth's not millions of years old. It's only a few
Agreed.
It's bad.
thousand years old.
Agreed.
And I've been to the Creation Museum before, and it talks about all that and how they date
I
everything.
you said a few thousand?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
like
also agreed.
six
I've
thousand
worked
years
out
old or
exactly.
something like that.
No, 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 no. You have to understand. Okay. Ones and zeros do not lie. Mathematics does not lie. Carbon dating doesn't lie. Okay. There are artifacts you can't explain. Then if it's only a
I
thousand
was
year
just
old,
gonna talk
you
about,
explain. You explain to me the artifactual archaeological discoveries that
Yeah,
date back billions of years now.
yeah.
I'm
All
just
Not
right.
telling you
millions.
Let me
what I've
Not
learned from.
millions. Not millions. Not millions.
Way to
Billions.
go! You just
all right.
unlocked. You just
Let
literally just unraveled
I've
something.
just heard Ken Ham, the one who founded and created the Creation Museum. He did a lot of speeches and stuff on this, and I'm just telling you what I've learned, and
Yeah.
that the studies that they've
Well,
done when they're finding all those layers in the desert and bones and stuff, and why they're because the flood, because a lot of people don't believe that the flood actually happened, but it talks about the flood in the Bible.
well,
And that's
apparently,
how they're finding
what
bones in
he's
places there
teaching
never
is
should have been bones to
theoretical.
begin with.
What he's
well,
teaching is theoretical, though.
I
all
believe in
right.
creation. That's what I'm getting at.
Let
And
let me weigh in on this
Well,
because I can bring
you
these
believe
two sides
in
together.
you believe in what you believe in a sinusoidal wave. You believe in the truth. You believe in a mathematical wave of energy that is creative, that is all encompassing, intelligent, and we're drawn to it. And here's our first troll of the day. Welcome to our ranch, Ergon Fun.
Yes.
Even you nasty, nasty, nasty thing. Here we
Let me
go.
I
let
really
me
hope
fill
that
in.
grandkids not hearing this.
Let me
all right,
answer both of you.
In
Okay.
Jesus Christ, holy freaking holy name.
all
I
right,
rebuke
Mystic,
you.
go ahead, buddy.
I
All
rebuke
right.
you.
Let me answer this, and I will answer both sides. Okay. And I will answer it as who is agrees with you, DG. I
Well then,
agree with you. Explain the problem with the dating system, and I'll give you some personal experience with this as well.
some fossils.
Okay. There, first of all, they all of these dating things, whether it's the layers or the radioactive decay, they all are built on the assumption that everything
I'm
happens
with
at
you,
the
that's it.
exact same rate all the time. Okay. For example, the carbon dating assumes that the cosmic rays that are converting regular carbon to radioactive carbon are the same today as they have always been. Well, that has never been true. One of the things that killed a lot of the life on the planet was a burst of gamma rays. So the gamma radiation level is not a constant, and it never has been. The layer built up; those are not a constant.
Gamma has everything to do with everything outside of the soul, our sun,
Yes,
not just
they
our
come from.
sun.
That's right. They come from
Yeah.
outside, but those gamma
Yes.
rays are coming from various processes. One of those processes, for example, is a star that is going through fluctuations on its way to becoming a supernova, and every now and then it puts bursts of gamma rays. The jet stream from that star is aimed directly in our direction. If that thing goes into a heavy burst, a lot of things die on this planet, as they have, as the
Yes.
geological record
Yes,
shows.
they have. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We've
Another
been
thing
bar-
with
we
the
get
gamma,
we, see we've been bombarded with all this That's why we have our electromagnetic field around our planet. Our planet just
Yes,
naturally it's rotational, trajectory, spin, speed,
the magnetic shield shield
the,
us
the the
from
perfect the perfect arc, the perfect absolute 45-degree arc that arc that it needs, and spinning at the proper speed to create that perfect, absolute perfect magnetical field waveform around us that bombards anything that's trying to get into us.
but
Perfect
that
force field.
also is not
Perfect,
constant.
absolute perfect. It is. It's not constant because of outside forces of meteorital impact, uh, of human destroying our. Uh, we are a footprint. You gotta understand. We put a hole in our ozone layer.
The sun does a lot more of
Our
that than
our
we can.
but no, you understand. The sun does that to everything.
Anyway, the
Okay, I
magnetic
understand.
field does shield us from most of the charges coming from both the
Yes,
sun and
yes,
from outside. Okay, it doesn't affect the
yes.
gamma rays, however. The gamma rays are um, they are an
Gamma.
ionizing
Well,
electromagnetic radiation and is unaffected
that's,
by magnetic fields. It is
you
not a
look at
constant. So what I'm saying is that the carbon dating is based on the assumption that carbon is being mutated or transmutated at a continual equal rate, and it's not. Another thing that they measure is primarily in the rocks is the ratio of certain radioactives in the ground,
right.
and those are also not constant. So now let me give you an example from my family's experience. Okay, I have a cousin who lived in Oregon. They had a ranch with a stream running through it that had it was a mineral spring, and there was a tree growing on the spring, and that tree was about 30 or 40 years old. 1 year later, he cut a piece out of that tree because it had already become, um, it already turned to rock. What do you call that? Petrified. It had already petrified.
Right.
Yes,
He
yes.
took,
Yeah.
he
Petrified,
took a
petrified.
chunk out of that tree and sent it to a university to have it dated. And they dated it
Uh,
millions of years old, but it had only been
Exactly.
dead
That's
for
what
a
I
year.
was getting at.
And
oh,
Right.
it's because they're
our
measuring the
because
age of the rocks and minerals that the tree was sucking up, not the tree
see
itself.
you read
Oh.
you
Okay.
you know the archaeological, the Egyptian, Sumerian, um the African, um the Australian, even all these different archaeological. You look in the Bible and you match
Yes.
up what the archaeological findings have come up with to the Bible, and you'll be amazed to find it was that's what's written.
Yes.
It's right. I'm holding this. You sit here, this Bible, this book prophesizes it. He's written it down. Way before it even was created. And here it is. You're holding it, and it has been found, and it's been dated to be millions and billions of years old. But you look in the Bible, and then there's your answers, ladies and gentlemen. DG Outdoors, my friend Mystic 222, May 98. You guys are awesome, and I want to thank you again for coming by and being with us. And Kisty's just giving me my smile of dinner's ready. It's time.
We'll pick
You've
this up
been
again
on
later.
live long enough, and it's
Bye
time
bye.
to it's time to end this. So from Brian and Christy from our Ranch Here Gun Fun Channel, you guys, we love you. And we bid you
Goodbye.
a good night. Goodbye. And who is that?
Say your name.
We
Faith. And Hope.
Fa-
And my name is
Faith?
Hope. And my baby.
Anyway.
I have a baby sister named Destiny.
Faith, Hope, and
Yay.
Dustin.
Okay. Faith, Hope, and Dustin and Mystic. And y'all have a good night. Left handed sugar finger. We're glad that you come by and had a good time with us. So until tomorrow night, until next time, you guys have a good night, a blessed night. We're here at our ranch. Bid you God blessing. Yeah.
Same
You
to
know the
all. Good
rest.
night.
I hope you have
Good
a
night.
wonderful night.
Good night.